Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Onward Friday night live stream and conference call. If you're on the phone line, welcome. I know many of you don't get great Wi-Fi, so you got to listen on the phone. For all those who will be coming in for replay, we will be putting this up on YouTube, but in the meantime, you can catch the replay. Hey, I know, Joe, the shirt, right? The Boss Lady shirt. Is Avon killing it or what? We all knew we were the boss all along, but now Avon is kind of giving us permission to put it out there, right? So it's good. So if you're following us, hi, Kim Scott. Thanks for joining us. If you're joining us, you can find me on my inspiration page and the Onward No Matter What group. My team page, my team members, you can find me on there. My timeline. We have put this everywhere. A lot of people are not in all the groups, so we want to make sure you don't miss it. So if it's your first time, or maybe you're just who is this lady who's coming up in my live stream? I am a bronze executive with New Avon, and we are talking to Avon representatives, and we're talking about the great products that we have, and we're talking about ways to grow our business. And maybe you're that person that you're man, I need some extra income, or I need some self-confidence, or I need to be hanging out with some better people in my life. We might just be your people, just saying. So if you happen to be catching this, or if this has been shared with you, maybe you're a new representative. I have many of my new representatives on the live stream tonight. I'm so excited. We're seeing such a flux with people that are coming in who are brand new, who are engaging, and they're making amazing sales, and they're figuring out what their goals are, and Avon is their vehicle to make this happen. So that is absolutely great. You love to see people excited about what they're doing. You love to see people excited about the fact that they feel like they've got a path to go to now, and that they've got a way that instead of being stuck in that 9 to 5, they may have to work that 9 to 5, but the great thing is they can do this side hustle, and they can make all the extra money that they want to make until maybe they decide they want to do it full time. This is great. It's great for college kids. It's great for somebody who's going to nursing school. It's great for somebody who's going to law school. It is great to show some responsibility with your college kids. If you got a girl who loves makeup and clothes and fashion, we are the people that you want to talk to right now. For a mere $25, you can start this own entrepreneur business, and you can become better than you ever thought possible. And believe me, I was one hot mess when I started this thing almost 14 years ago, and I'm slowly but surely pulling it all together, Had 2 jobs, don't anymore. This is all I do. So in a very, very exciting time to be in our world. We are not Grandma's Avon anymore. We got some stuff that Grandma like. Everybody like us, okay? Hold on 1 second. Uh-oh. Press star. Let us see here. Wait a minute, Lee. This might let us return. Let me know. Hold on, guys.
There you are.
There, we on there? Okay. For some reason, it cut us off on the phone. We don't know why. Sorry, phone people. So, we are for everybody. I don't know if you've seen a brochure lately, but I must tell you, if you've not seen a brochure lately, it is time to contact your closest Avon lady or somebody you know, and it is time to take a look. This is our Mother's Day book, and may I say, it is kicking butt and taking names. We have fashion, we have makeup, we have skincare, we have home stuff, we have the clothing line is absolutely amazing. And you know what? I'm just not going to tell you any more about that, because you need to contact your Avon person and you need to get a brochure, because that's what we do, okay? So if you're a new representative who is on here, welcome. Tonight we are talking about customers. We are talking about building relationships. This is part 2. Part 1 was 2 weeks ago where we kind of talked about that this is a relationship business, and this isn't just like sitting behind the McDonald's thing saying, what can I get you? Do you want a large, small, or medium fry? You take their money and that's it. You know, it is a bit more than that, especially if you want to prosper in your business. This is a connection type business. If you don't like people, this may not be the place for you. Just saying, may not be the place for you. Let's start off with the good stuff first. Every time I do this on Friday night, we give business tools away just by you sharing this feed. So whether you are on live or you are watching the replay right now, if you share this stream to your Facebook wall, to your team group, someplace where you think it can benefit somebody, maybe you, yourself, your family, somebody who needs a laugh tonight, you know, it could be anything. If you share it, then that is an automatic entry to get some sort of a business tool. And I'm going to show you what's going to be next time, but let's talk about this time. Last week I showed you, I had 4 different buttons. Take this job and love it. I showed you this is We Are More Than Just Makeup with Avon. It's a lifestyle. This is Boss Life, Avon, and free training. Let's talk Avon, earning opportunity. So I said there are going to be 4 different people who can win this. So let me tell you, there were 238 shares on this. OMG, way to share it, people. So let me tell you who the winners are. The winners are, for one, I don't know, and I'm going to pick the button. You're not going to be able to tell me which one you want. You're going to have to be happy. If you already have it, people, then give it to your teammates. You know what I'm saying? You can use this to further your business through sometimes sharing with your team, which would be great. So the first winner is Marion Kirk. Marion Kirk. I love you, Marion Kirk. I don't know if she's on live or not, but I know she shares the stream all the time. A lot of the reps know her, so that's very cool. And then we have Nita or Nada Thrash. Nada, when you see this or if somebody knows her, let her know because, oh yeah, she gonna get a button. And Ann Kubichka, I hope I did not screw that last name up, Ann. I just call you Ann. I probably did, but it's okay because you know I meant well, right? So Ann, make sure you contact me. And Linda Lowy or Lowy, however you pronounce the last name, how are you going to contact me? You are going to private message me and you are going to send me your address so I can get these in the mail to you the first of the week. So absolutely congratulations for that. And you know what? This ain't going to do you no good if you leave it in your desk. Okay, or on your table. You need to put that bad boy on. You need to wear it. I got the little magnets on the back put on for you so you don't got to worry about pinning the clothing, okay? So I got to tell you, these are great. My whole Avon career, I have had one of these. In the winter, it's on my jacket. In the summer, I have it on my shirt, especially if I'm doing events or whatever it may be. People don't know what you're doing unless you tell them. And if you're like, I'm really shy and I don't know how to tell people, guess what? Boom. Boom. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Scola's in the house. Lisa Scola, I thought you were with family. You in the house, my girl. She must be. My feed quit going. Ann, you're on. Great. Okay, so Ann, you know what to do. You need to give me your address, okay? All right. And let's see. So what do you have a chance to share for this week, okay? I got a couple of really good things, okay? The first thing that I have for you, I dug this out of what I call the Avon gift. It used to be a bag. Now it's a trunk of all different type of Avon tools that people would love to have. So how about this? How about an Avon visor hat? How about that bad boy right there, the company for women who could use a visor when you're doing an event, when you're out golfing in the sun, when you're out in the garden, when you're out doing something, going to the grocery store and you didn't do your hair, okay? This would be great. I did. It's in the event. I shared it in the event first. So yes, so Lee throws me off track. He's making me squirrel. You know how he is, okay? He's trying to see if he can make me squirrel. So this is the first thing. One person's going to get this. I got a brand new button that says, I've never had more fun with Avon. Ooh, let me see if I can get the glare off of it. Look at that. That is the third thing. Now, here is the top thing. My book. Yes. Author. Yes. Can you believe somebody want to read something that I wrote? OMG. This is a view from the top. It is a series of 3. I am in volume 2. And this has my story in it, and also many, many, many other people's stories in it, including my buddy Lisa Scola, okay? And we tell our story. We tell all the tricks of the trade. We tell people what we did when we wanted to quit. And we're still here. So I am going to be autographing this personally to whoever gets picked who is sharing this. And you're going to get to read. I'm going to tell you something. When you start on this, just plan on sitting down with a cup of coffee or hot chocolate or whatever, cuddle up on the couch in bed, because when you start reading the stories of some of the best that are in here, I was in complete awe. So this is absolutely amazing. So those are going to be the 3 things, okay? The 3 things that if you share it, okay, then you are going to, could be one of the lucky winners, okay? But in the meantime, don't forget to reach. I need that book in my life. Rachel, I hear you. It's a great book. Look, I still go back and read it, highlight everything in the first volume, and then volume 2 and volume 3. I'm always highlighting what people did, going, oh my gosh, that's me. I can so relate. And that's what's really great about the stories in these books. They're so relatable. If you would like one of those books, yes, I do have those books available. You can hit me up on PM. I can tell you all about it. Okay? So let's talk about customers. Let's talk. I'm very excited about this. I'm going to take all your excuses away today. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to share some tricks of the trade, some things that I've been doing. A lot of the things I'm going to show you are already in the files of either my Team Onward group, which is just for my team, my personal team, and then also the Onward No Matter What group. That group has got so many files in it that sometimes the files are hard to find. But I'm going to take these files and I'm going to flip them to the top after talking about them. Some of these files will be in Word documents so that you can simply take them and you can master them and put your own information on them. And hopefully it's going to help you. It's going to help you build business, whether you're a shy person, rather you are somebody who's in between, rather you're fearful of failure, because you got to keep moving forward to get rid of that stuff. That stuff will stay with you forever if you don't get rid of it. And it would be nice if I could just tell you that you just decide not to be scared, that you just decide that you're not going to be shy, that you just decide that you're not going to be afraid of the no's, or you're going to be okay with them. But that is something that happens in time. The more you do it, the more it happens. Here's the thing though. If you do it once or twice and then you stop, you take a step back instead of going forward and advancing yourself to getting past these things. What happens is you either stagnate right where you're at, or you take a step back. Oh my gosh, I heard a no. I'm going to drop over dead. You know, I gave the example 2 weeks ago that when you go into a mall and you're going by all the stores, you are consistently seeing people outside. They either have 25% off, or they want you to smell something in the store. They want you to eat something when you go into Sam's Club or someplace like that. And you may be like, oh no, I'm sorry. Now I need to ask you, when you tell those people no, that you don't want it or you're not coming in, do they fall over dead of a heart attack because they heard no? No, I've yet to see that. I've yet to see that. That doesn't happen. I mean, we are going to hear no in our life. We are. And I mean, not just because we're Avon Reps in business or any other business. This just happens. No is a part of our life. And if you haven't heard it, have you been hiding under a rock? That's what I want to know. The other message that I want to get through to you is I know about 3 or 4 years ago, it seemed like the message from Avon at that time was just kind of bring in whoever, go chase people in parking lots, go, heist them, make them think you're carjacking them and stuff. I have to tell you something. I believe our company is better than that. We don't have to do that. We have got a corporate bunch who are behind us right now, who are making things that we have so obtainable that what we have to share, you should not have to hunt down your customers like bear in the wilderness, okay? We're not going out shooting no wild boar, okay? We don't got to do that. You don't got to hide behind the big trash can and then pop out and go, hey, I got something for you. You want it, right? Hey, don't be that person. You will scare people. You will scare them bad if you do that. Okay, you don't want to do that person. Okay, you don't do that. What you need to do is have a smile on your face. Maybe have some Avon earrings on. Have a little paint on the barn that most probably gonna come from Avon. You know what I'm saying? Have a little boss lady shirt on. Have some of those new oh my goodness, have you seen our fashions? Have some of that stuff on, right? And have a brochure with you. And do yourself a favor. Have a conversation. Say hi to somebody. Compliment them on exactly what you like about maybe what they're wearing or on their children because they're so well behaved, which is far few and in between these days to see well behaved children. Just saying, okay? Not anybody in particular, just saying. So the point is, what I find now is lately, I told you guys, I've had to really get back to some basics in my business. Trying to go after some more customers, trying to get out there in everyday life and share the opportunity, and thinking, a lot of people have moved and, I need to pay attention to that and I need to be ready. So I've taken a number of books that, look, you all know that I truly believe, and if you are able to do this, I truly believe in tossing books in driveways. I started my business that way. I bagged them up in the bags, like this, and I got them ready with my information. And when I was delivering newspapers at 3:00 in the morning, I was taking these bad boys and putting them in the newspaper boxes on top of my paper. As long as there was no home society there that said, you can't distribute any material. When they say that, ixnay, don't do it. But there are many places that every time I've gone in with my older brochures that were no longer good as far as we could order from them. But what I love about our brochures is, 80% of everything that's in our brochures are available every single campaign. Our body lotions, our makeup, all of our skincare, our stuff that we call our core products that we sell over and over and over again. So I'll take those older brochures and I'll get them ready. But I have to tell you, I've gone one better. It's not just about going into the neighborhoods and do that. I did that because I was working 2 jobs. I did that because I was raising 2 boys by myself as a single mom. I did that because I felt like I didn't know when I was going to be able to do it, and I had to fit it into my life. And it was not up to Avon. It was not up to anybody else. It wasn't up to my bosses. It was up to me being my own boss in this business and saying, I've got to figure out when I'm going to fit this into my life because I need more customers. I want a better income. I want a better life. I want something more for me and my family. I want to be more in 10 years than I am today. I know there has to be more available out there, and I want Avon to be my vehicle to get that done. So I've kind of taken that approach again because I'm just so impressed with our company these days and everything they're coming out with and the ways that there's just consistent improvements and just so much available and so much more coming. I can't wait for our national convention Rep Fest. If you ain't going and you're an Avon rep, you better get on the stick and get registered because I want to meet you. Lee want to meet you. Everybody want to meet you, but you need to be there. You need to be there, but nobody can make you be there. You've got to choose to be there. So just like choosing to be at RepFest, I have chosen to do some things differently. I take 10 brochures a campaign. And although I will take brochures, put them in driveway, put them in paper boxes, whatever it is I'm doing, never put them in mailboxes. That's against the law. Don't do that. But I will take them now because I want to meet people. And I'm going to show you what I do, but this is what I'm going to do. I'm also going to tell you how I did this when I first started. And this is what I'm doing now because I'm able to do this now, okay? Because as my business grew, so did my income. As my business grew, as my team grew, as my income grew, my confidence grew, and I wanted to talk to people more often. And now that I feel like my business is falling in line again and our wheels are not just spinning, I want to talk to people about this new Avon. Hey, I loved old Avon, okay? But I want to talk to people about new Avon. I want to talk to them about what's new with us. I want to talk to people who for some reason may have been disappointed with old Avon, but they have no idea we're new Avon. I want people to see and hear the excitement in my voice. I want people to know that whatever it is I'm getting ready to share with them, I so freaking believe in it that they're going to believe in it by the time I get done talking to them in that next 5 minutes. That any information I want, they're going to want to give it to me because they go, girl, I don't know what's wrong with you, but you're really excited about this. And I haven't been excited about something in 5 years. So you know what? I just want you to make sure you keep giving me the brochure. That is the type of excitement that I am feeling these days with my company, and I want to share with other people. And that's why I do this with you guys on a consistent basis, sharing with you. So I take my brochure. As you see, this is a Campaign 8 brochure for all the representatives who are here. And this bag that's around here, this is nothing more than a clear literature bag. That's all this is. And as you can see, if I do this and I pull this out, you see, this is nothing more than a clear literature bag. So no, Molly's not spending. We know that they are 50 for 80 cents. So I'm not doing anything special with them. It takes a little time to get them in the bag this way, but you know what? My presentation is everything for me. I don't want to give a customer an old wrinkly book. I don't want to give them something that the kids have puked on. I don't want to give them something that is not showing pride in my company, okay? Are you catching my drift here? Okay. Be ready to work your business. You want to know why you're not getting customers? You're too busy talking about the fact that you can't get customers. There ain't no customers. We had a girl in our group today, have no clue why she felt the need to announce her exit from Avon. But for some reason she said, I'm sorry, there's not, there are just people in South Carolina just do not want Avon. Oh, I'm sorry. Have you talked to Tim Brown? Oh, I'm sorry. Have you talked to Pam Heller? Oh my gosh. I mean, can I just tell you? Don't tell me that don't make me come down to South Carolina and find myself some customers, okay? Because I'm going to tell you right now, I can be that person and I can do that. But I think that sometimes it's just easier to say that rather than getting off your horse and walking somewhere instead of just sitting there stagnating on that horse, and that horse's hooves are being planted into the ground. Just crazy. So, my deal is it's okay if you want to leave. It's all right. Go ahead. Because you're going to leave a whole lot more customers for me. It's all right. Yeah, as my husband says, bye. You don't got to announce it. Just bye. Okay, see you. Because I want people on my team, and I want Avon brothers and sisters who are on my platform who are out there saying, let me tell you, I got too much to share to walk away from this. Okay, so I take the brochure and I put a recruiting flyer on it, and I'm going to show you this is an old recruiting flyer that we used to have with Avon, but it still has a wonderful, wonderful message. No, you can't get these anymore, so don't ask. I just happened to buy a whole lot of them when they had them, okay? But I have these, but I'm going to show you what I was using in the beginning. Let me be clear. Hold on. I got something for you. Just hold on. I got something for you. Now, if you're taking old brochures and you are putting them in driveways or you're putting them in the paper boxes, whatever you're choosing to get rid of the old brochures, do not throw them away. That is an Avon sin. Do not throw an Avon brochure away. Let somebody else throw it away. But Avon Reps, hold your right hand up. I will never throw an Avon brochure away. Never. I will not. because that is an Avon sin, so don't do that, okay? So you can use this brochure that this flyer that I have right here. It says, why is there an Avon brochure in your driveway? This is done up by the one and only Teresa Paul. Love Teresa. She's given me so many ideas through the years, and I absolutely love this. And let me very quickly read this. Hello, I'd like to introduce myself. I am an Avon representative in the area. Right now, it's impossible for me to walk door to door to distribute the books. I have to tell you, in most cases, like if you live in my area, it just ain't safe, people. And if you live in Mayberry, that's cool. Go walk that bad boy all over the place, okay? But in my area, I'm sorry, I can't do that. Wouldn't ask my reps to do it, so it's not going to happen. It says, however, I would like to make sure everyone gets one. And to respect U.S. postal regulations, I cannot leave the brochure in or on your mailbox. I do have several customers in the area already, and I would love to be your Avon lady as well. Please contact me if you wish to place an order or be put on my mailing list to receive future Avon brochures. Earn your own 40% discount on products by starting your own Avon business today. It goes on to say shop online, and it has my e-store on there. Then it has free shipping with any online $40 order or more. And then it has the 10% code on there for the welcome 10, so they can use that one time and save 10%. And then it says only $25 to join Avon and start earning today. It has Start Avon, and it has Molly Stone. Now there's 4 to a page. There's 4 to a page. Now, this is what I'm telling you. You can get this file in my group. When I get off of here, I will put it on my group up high so you can see it, in the Onward group. And there's 4 to a page. And, you know, I normally put these on colored paper so like it stands out. And what I normally do with this is this goes right here. I take one of those bad boys and I just slide it under so they see that first. It's on the front. And you know what? I find that I have less complaints. So for the old man who just wants to be a pain in the butt, instead of, taking that book and throwing it away, if he don't want the wifey to see it, he decides he got to call me and tell me why he don't like that book there. Okay? Just get ready for that. You're going to have some people that way. There's people make you strong in the business. Those people raise you up. They raise you up and they make you believe that you can handle anything. And the way I see it is, if that's the worst thing that happens to them all day is that they get a brochure on their door, on their porch, in their driveway, whatever it may be, and that bad boy's wrapped up and there ain't nothing flying around. Well, dude, you're going to be unhappy about everything, aren't you? Okay? It's just that simple. You feel sorry for him. Don't be offended. Don't be mad at him. I am so sorry you having a bad day. Look, I can remember. I remember there was a gentleman who called me. I was like 3 years into my Avon business, okay, and I had gone and tossed some brochures in driveways, and it was a good deal. I loved it. It was awesome. And this guy called me, right, and he is like, I'm calling you because you left an Avon brochure. No, he says you left your Avon trash in my driveway. Well, first of all, I got offended. Do not call my brochure trash because I'm probably taller than you, so I could probably beat you up. I'm not going to, but I was just thinking that, okay? I did not say that, but that's what I was feeling. So I took a step back, okay? I took a step back. And he said, and if I had wanted one, I would have asked you for one. And I said, oh my goodness. And I said, sir, what's your last name? What street do you live on? And he told me, and I said, I need to tell you, I am really so sorry that this is something that you did not want. And I said, can I just ask you, does your wife, does she like lipsticks and, lip balms and stuff like that? And he says, well, I don't know. I guess she does. And I said, let me tell you, I need to make this right, Mr. Smith. I said, what I would really like to do, if it's okay with you, if you could give me your exact house number, I would like to come bring a sample bag for your wife with my sincere apologies and drop this off to you. And you know what? She could probably take these samples on travel with her. But I need to say I'm sorry that this bugged you, Mr. Smith, that this gave you a bad day. And I want to make this right. Would you let me make this right for you? And he was like, well, yeah, I guess. And I said, okay, So we're going to be okay. And he says, yeah. Can I tell you something? Mr. Smith is still my customer to this day. His wife is my customer. But do you see how that went down? We are so busy being angry and offended by somebody else being offended that we don't try to turn it around. Now, does that work with everybody? No, it don't work with everybody. But I just thought it was a great thing because now me and Mr. Smith, we kind of laugh about it. You remember you didn't like me when I first showed up. Now I show up. He hugged me, even though he's 5'2". He hugged me and he gave me a pat on the back. Okay, so it's all good. He may not like it that Miss Smith's spending his money, but it's all right because they happy. So believe me. Things can come out of that, but there is a flyer for that, and if it explains why it's there, what happens is most of the time you cut down on your calls by like 90%, which is good. Okay, now I know I showed you that recruiting flyer thingy I had, but I have other ones here. I have one I'll put back up to the top for you. This is one for every day, and it says, again, 4 to a page because I'm making it easy for you, right? 7 real reasons why you need to join Avon, okay? We're talking about, remember, customers to reps, somebody who could be looking for the opportunity. 7 reasons are you're tired of never having money. That's some of you right now, right? You trying to get out of that. How about your credit cards are maxed out? How about the electric bill is late? How about the car needs work? How about you need a vacation? And then you could tell them about Bermuda and Disney and Bahamas and Maui. You know what I'm saying? How about you hate your job? Okay? And how about the top one, number 7? Kids are expensive. Wow. Are you tired of just getting by? Do you need additional income? Work Avon around your life. And then it goes through, it has the information. There's 4 to a page. This is on no special paper. You can afford, and you know what? Leave your coffee off at the Wawa, the Starbucks, whatever it is. Take a couple of dollars, print these bad boys out. You say you're shy, I just took it away from you right there. While you're busy being a little bit more forward like I've had to become, okay, you can use what I was using when I wanted to be shy, okay? And then I have another one. I'll put it back up so you have it. But this is one for Christmas, which I use some of the same ones. But listen, 7 real reasons why you need to join Avon. I use this right around Halloween time. And the number 1 reason is Christmas is coming. Number 2 is credit cards are maxed out. Again, electric bill, the car needs work. Your kids want to play sports. Remember, football's coming up about that, ballet, dance class, all that stuff. And again, it's so that it makes them think a little bit. So what I'll do is, again, same format because this is what we used, right? This is what we used because I didn't have a lot of money and I had to use these things. I had to make sure that I was giving them every opportunity. The brochure was giving them the opportunity to become my customer. E-store information was on there, or if they wanted to buy from me in person, that's on there too. But the recruiting flyer, that lets them know that the opportunity is there, that they could, whatever it is that they need in their life, Avon can be their vehicle to do that for a mere $25. And wow, look at all the products that they're getting for $25, okay? And that's just the start. So let's get back to my packet here. So my packet, 10 of these. 10 of these bad boys a day, or not a day, take that back, a campaign. I do what I still, to this day, classify as hand-to-hand combat. What's that mean, Molly? Does it mean you're going to fight somebody? You just told me not to jump out from behind the dumpster, and now you're saying combat. Well, combat, it is a lot of times because you get scared. You don't want to talk to people, right? But you know what I look for? I look for people who smile at me. But let me be clear. That only starts if you're smiling, okay? Because if you look like you one of those serial killers because your kid puked on you earlier, you're not having a good day, you argued with your husband, he's not supporting your Avon business, whatever it may be. But if you're going out in the public and you are being Mr. or Mrs. Nasty and you're like, that's not working. That works. See that? That works. They're either going to say she's a crazy serial killer because she's smiling all the time. But I'm that person who I've always been the person who I want to say, how you doing? Hey, good to see you. Or people will like make eye contact with you. And a lot of times, especially like if I'm at the gas pump and Lee's back in the back and, I've done the whole card thing and I'm sitting out there talking to Lee and he's pumping the gas at the gas pump. Now, instead of just leaving a brochure at the gas pump for somebody to find, I'm looking around and, they all had like 6 or 7 pumps, right? So I'm looking for somebody to make eye contact with me. And by the way, see this packet that I have in here? This has got a sample of one of everything. And I'm not saying you have to do this. So remember, gear this to what your finances are. I got these little teeny bags. They're all bagged up in here from the dollar store. I think it's like 50 or 25 of them for like $2 or something. Nothing expensive. And I put a perfume sample. I put a men's cologne. I put a Skin So Soft sample. I put a skincare sample, and I put a lipstick sample, and you can't see it because it's right in here, but hold on, I want to see if I can like work its way out. Come on, hold on, I don't want to rip the bag. Hold on, it's not cooperating with me. Okay, there we go. And do you see a piece of hard candy in there? Look at that bad boy. I got a strawberry piece of hard candy. This is a pen that I had made up one year to give my customer. I had my name. It says Avon Representative with my phone number on it. It was really cheap from one of the pen companies, and I had a bunch of those left over, so I put that in the little bag. It fit perfectly in there. So I wait for somebody to make eye contact with me, and then I decide it's time for combat. I'm going in. I look at Lee, and I'm like, I'll be back, baby. I'm going in. So he's like, oh boy, here we go. So I go up and, normally it's somebody close to me right there on the next aisle. And I'm like, hi. I'm like, how are you doing? And, most of the time when you're really, really nice, they're going to say hi. They don't think I'm going to like knife them or jack their car. They saw I was putting gas in mine. Okay. And by the way, I'm very recognizable, so you know how this is. It's a 6-foot blonde going down the road with the Avon signs on the car. She tried to jack my vehicle. See, I couldn't do that because they would know. So in the meantime, I am like, my name is Molly. I am a local Avon representative. And I said, have you seen an Avon brochure lately? And most of the time they're just like, no, because, they're nice. They've made eye contact with me. They're not rushing to get out of there. They're pumping their gas, right? And I'm like, well, I picked you today. I said, you just look like maybe somebody needed to do something nice for you today. So what I did is I took one of my special brochures, and in these brochures, I have got a sample pack in here. I've got a little piece of candy. I said an ink pen in it, and I said it's got some really valuable information. I said I would love to share this with you if you let me. And most of the time, because mine fell off, I have a little Post-it that's on here. And on that Post-it, it's blank. And most of the time when I've told them I'm going to give them something, they were like, oh my gosh, are you serious? Thank you so much. I have never had somebody tell me, no, they didn't want these since I started this. And I've been doing this since January. So I'm like, okay. And I said, if I could get your name and your phone number and your address, if you want to give me your address, you know what? I'll make sure you get a brochure every campaign. But I said, I would love to send you the link to everything I have, if that works for you. And I have to tell you, I think 98% of the time, they have given me their information because I have given them this gift. Now, let me be clear. Let's say you want to do something very close to this, but you're like, oh, wow, Molly, 10 brochures with all those samples. Do 10 with a couple of samples, no pen. Go to the dollar store and get a bag of candy. Get some of the, the little gummy bears or something. Put them in there. You can buy them for your kids to go through 87 packs at a time, but you can't do it for 10 brochures with something special in it for them. Come on, people. I don't want to hear it. You have money for what you want money for. It's just that simple. That's the way I call it. Yes. So, I'm like, you know what, this is really great. And I said, the other thing is, with these samples that I have in there, I would really love to get your feedback. Would love to get your feedback. I said, I don't know if you've ever used the Skin So Soft. I know what's in these bags, okay? I know. I'd love to get your feedback on what you think of the Skin So Soft oil. The perfumes that are in here, is it not something you use? I have some skincare in here. And if I could just call you at the end of the week and just if you could give me some feedback, man, it would really help me help my customers. They want to be helpful. I just gave them a gift. They want to be helpful. So most of the time they're telling me yes. So you need to figure out how you can put something together for you and make this work, whether it's just with a flyer. But just, look, the driveways and stuff are not going to do it alone. You people have got to get brave. You got to get brave. Hand-to-hand combat is where it's at. I have probably got, oh my goodness. Okay, so what? We're in the beginning of April. I probably have got 5 new online customers from this. I want to say 5. It's probably more, but I want to say 5. But I also got 3 or 4 new in-person people who are down here local to me where I live. The hand-to-hand combat. Yes, I have a few from books that I just leave everywhere. And I do. I have books, not these books. I don't leave this stuff just anywhere. Again, this is hand-to-hand combat. This is talking to people, okay? This is sharing with people. These are my share packets one-on-one. But regular brochures that are just in the bag with the recruit and flyer and this, yes, I do. I go into an ice cream parlor. I leave a couple of books. I go into a gas station. I leave a book on the counter. I go to the doctor's office. I go to the dentist office. Y'all hear me all the time. Everywhere I go, I leave brochures. But when I'm in that dentist or doctor's office, let me be clear. I am taking one of these, sometimes 2, if there's more than one nurse or receptionist that wants to listen to me. There are always 6 of these in my purse at a time. And I am ready, whether it's a bank. And it's not like they have 87 tellers in the bank when you go to the same bank. You know who you've given one to, okay? But that gives you conversation next time. What did they like? What didn't they like? That kind of stuff. So this, I feel like, is huge, but you have got to get out of your comfort zone and you have got to make eye contact with some people. You've got to smile. You've got to have a great presence. And I'm not saying you got to be in 8-foot stiletto heels looking like a Mary Kay and I'm not cutting them with Mary Kay sisters. I love y'all, Mary Kay. You know I do. It's just I could never dress up like you do all the time, okay? It's just not me. I would much rather just tell people I'm a boss lady, okay? And have my tennis shoes or my flip-flops on, but have my face done, have my hair done, looking like they don't know what I'm doing. But man, I must be enjoying it because I tend to be a happy person most of the time, okay? Unless somebody pisses me off. It's all good. Okay, so let me tell you something else you can do. I love this because we're really going through some stuff. How many people are actually using the new Boss Life recruiting flyers? A package of these are $1. $1. Are you kidding me? 5 for $1. When I have my team Zoom meetings for my new reps and the refresher, this is part of my business bundle packet that I send to my team members who win the raffle for this. And eventually they'll all win one. If they show up, they'll eventually all get them. And I spell out exactly what the item number is for these and that they should get these. And what's really great? If you've got somebody who you think would be interested, you can even pop a stamp on that bad boy and you can put your information on it and you can mail it to them. This tells people what you do when you think that they're interested. I love when I have a big seller, a big buyer for me, a big customer who tends to buy $50 to $80 to $100 from me every time that they purchase. I want to make sure that they understand the opportunity, not just the 40% that they could get off of their products, but the fact that because they love the product so much, that they love New Avon so much, that this may not be about a big, huge business experience that they want, but it could be a side hustle. It could be some extra money or some free product, because when they sell to the 10 people they know and they just share the books with them, that the money they make pays for their $50, $80, $100, all by just becoming an Avon rep and doing it their way. Coming up with these, New Avon, if anybody is watching, thank you so much. It's to the point. Look at the girls smile. Even the girls on the flyers are smiling. So all you crabby people out there, quit it. Just quit it and smile, okay? Even if you don't have no teeth, you need to smile too. Just give it a good gummy smile. It's okay. They're gonna appreciate the smile, okay? These are wonderful. I love these. So every now and then I'll take one for one of my customers and I will say, hey, I dropped a pamphlet in there. You buy so much Avon for me. And I didn't know if you realized that just by sharing a couple of brochures with your friends, if you know people who also like the Avon products, I mean, sometimes these people bring me other orders, they're helpers. You realize if you did this, you could get your Avon for free. It doesn't take much for that to happen. And we have definitely converted people from customer to Avon representative, and they love it. I mean, we get a few of those every year, no matter what. And they all have different reasons for doing it. And a lot of them, it really is about just saving the money themselves and being able to get their Avon for free. And all they do is take it to their office. All they do is, take it to church with them. And they are the people who can get just 10 brochures because it's their side hustle, and they will share those 10 brochures where they're going at. They know whether it's that side job, whether it's church, whether it's a club that they belong to, whether it's the friends who get together every week or every 2 weeks. But by the time they get done taking their order to them the next time, and they're left after they pay Avon their money, guess what? They've just gotten their Avon for free. So remember, sometimes you don't think about the fact that they want to be huge entrepreneurs. I love the people who want to make this their gig. They say they just want more. They want to be a better person. They want to help people. They want to show people how they can help themselves. They want to see women rise up and be empowered and be strong women who can support themselves and can, all the single moms out there, that they can get it done with something that they can work around their life and even around that job or that football schedule or that dance schedule or whatever. It is up to them in the end. So we need to be talking to people. We need to have more conversations. And again, how does that happen? If you don't get to know your customers, if you don't get to know what they're doing, how their life is, you know what? You could probably call up just about any customer on my list who orders from me at least 4 times a year. And I can tell you what goes on with their parents. I can tell you where they go if they're a helper, where they go to sell. I can tell you where they work. I can tell you these things because I want to know about my people. These are my people, and I can tell you where some of them have their hair done. You know why? Because that's where I found them, because I left brochures at the hairstylist. And I know that's where they go. And this is why I said 2 weeks ago, relationship business. It's huge. So I got to tell you, these are definitely affordable. Avon has made them affordable. So if I were you, I would think about all the ways that you could use this. The other thing we briefly last time talked about, how to have customers who maybe they don't want their own account. Okay, maybe they don't want their own account. They don't want to be an Avon rep. That's okay, but they still are more than willing to share the brochures. So I give them a couple of extra brochures that I have, and it has, of course, my name on it. But really what they do is they get their orders through that person. I have a young lady in her 60s who does this. Her name is Judy. And Judy, I give her, 3 or 4 books, and she takes them to the 2 places that she goes to every 2 weeks. And she brings the orders to me. And what does Judy get? Judy gets Avon dollars. Judy gets a percentage. She gets a percentage of what she brings to me, not her order. Her order doesn't count, but I give them Avon dollars. It says presented to. This certificate entitles the bearer to $3, $4, whatever it is. And then if you know this, you probably can't see it, but in small print, it says, it is your responsibility to present this certificate at the time of payment for order. There will be no record keeping on my part of this certificate. My helpers are people who bring me orders from their sisters or mothers. People call them helpers. I hate giving them labels. These are people who love Avon. They share the brochures. And because those people are too far away from me, whatever it may be, they're helping Judy out because they want Judy to be able to get some free Avon. That's what it comes down to. So what do I give Judy? I've got this Avon dollars. What do you do, Molly? Well, if Judy brings me 3 orders, not including your own, 3 orders, and those orders total $78, give or take, before tax, before handling, okay? I will add up what that is, and Judy will get 10% in Avon dollars. Judy brings me extra orders, not including her own, and may order $50 worth of stuff. She's going to get $5. She's going to get $5 off her next order, or whenever she chooses to use it. No, I don't say, you got to use that next campaign. If you don't use that next campaign, it's null and void. I don't do business that way, and I'm not telling you you can't. I don't, because this lady helps me make money. This lady helps me put food on my table. This lady shares a brochure, but she loves Avon products so much. All she wants is some help off her Avon products. And without her, there's 7 customers right now that I wouldn't have. That, by the way, she takes care of getting their money, getting me my money, and taking those orders to them. Do I have a lot of people that do that? No, but when you take care of that one person who works at a hospital, who goes to a nursing home and has nurses around them, or legal assistants around them, or works in an office building where they have 8 other people in their office and they are willing to do that, I will give her free Avon all day long if she keeps bringing me. At Christmas time, she brings me $250 worth of orders. Easy. And these days, because they're loving the fashions and everything, it's even more than that. I have breast cancer survivors that she goes and meets with, and they're always getting the breast cancer stuff. You have to think not just like a business person, but you have to think, what are you giving back to the person who's helping you grow your business? And yes, I will put these Avon dollars to the top. I know it's in the file now, but I'll do it to the top. I put these on green paper. That's all about me, okay? It's all about me. I need to find it in my file cabinet. I see the green paper. I know it's Avon dollars. It's just that simple. And also, they see it too. I will take it. I will put it in her book, her next book. She knows that's her Avon dollars. She knows she's responsible for this. So then when she buys, she's in a new customer. So you see how it helps her? She's in a new skincare customer. So when she buys $70 worth of a new products from me, she'll have $7 from one order, $3 from another order, $2.50 from another order, and she will take that and it will help her. But guess what? I wouldn't almost be at President's Club right now if it weren't for her help and everything she bought me. So it's a win-win situation either way. You could say 5%. You can say whatever you want to. What I'm saying is you can fill this out any way you want. It's just what I do. And I think that 10% is very fair when somebody's collecting the money and delivering the orders and bringing all that back to me. Just my take on that. Okay? So the Avon dollars, I'll be sharing that too. I'm going to talk about very, very briefly the nail wheels. How many are taking advantage of this? You talk about the nail. I've had more people through a post that I put up today. I have had more people talk about my nails. It's really weird. They look kind of orange here, but they're really pink. It's like, this is Viva Pink. with Avon, right? And I love these nails wheels. Now I'm going to give you 2 ways to get these. One way you can get them just like this, and you can paint them yourself, okay? And that's all good, and you can do that. And you know what? If I were first in my business and I didn't have a lot of money, I'd be doing it too. But JP and the beauty business experience, JP does these wheels up. It takes him some time. You don't get them right away. I believe they're $30 or $40 for a set of 3. I believe he does 1 wheel all gel, 1 wheel long length, 1 wheel. He does 1 wheel for everything, and he marks them. And they're done beautifully, all colored up. I have a set of them. And when people want to say, but what does it really look like on? I can say, this is what it looks like on. Yes, you probably have the deal to do that yourself. But when somebody says, what is that nail color, or what does this look like? Are you prepared to show somebody just exactly what we have? Avon has the tools, but are you using them? If you're interested in them, I would tell you to contact JP, get in his beauty business experience and ask him. Sometimes he doesn't do them for a while because he's kind of backed up. So I don't know what he's doing right now. I have not talked about this. I did not tell him I was going to do this. He's probably getting ready to go to Disney right now. So you ain't going to get them right now. But what I'm saying is they're worth asking him about, because he just does a phenomenal job. That's what I have to say about that. So are you using the tools? When you're getting these customers, sometimes we get customers who are, oh, thanks, JP. He is on here, guys. Hold on. I'm going to read what he says. That's me. $40 for a set of 3. I was telling JP, not that I didn't sell nail polish before. I did. Most of the time I sold the polish that was on my fingers. Yes, I have my nails done. They're gel, and I love them. And the thing, look, I did a little snapshot just of me holding my Starbucks silver cup today. Instagram and then of course my Facebook, it blew up because they saw the color, but not just with reps, with customers too, who wanted to know what that color was. But if I were in the presence of and they wanted to see, well, how does this really look on? What JP has done for me by making those wheels available to me, he loved me, so I got them as a gift. I'm just going to say it, JP. It's just how it is. I'm sorry, but I like to be known as JP's friend, okay? So I have a free set. That's all I'm saying. But anyways, if you have something to show them, it's remarkable to be able to show them that, okay? I now carry these with me, and when somebody says, but Molly, I need to know, how dark is that? I say, let me get my nail wheels out. And I think that my nail polish alone, I bet my sales for that alone have raised more than 40%. Now think about this. When Avon, old Avon was selling our nail colors for like $2.99, when it should have been much more. Okay, I wasn't making that much, but now our prices have been raised where they should be, and I am making much more. And by the way, repeat customers, because they get, like me, I realize there's a lot of people like me. I wear shades in the spring. I wear certain shades in the summer, in the fall, in the winter. Once they know they love a polish and you have the colors to show them, it's amazing. It's amazing, okay? So I think that's enough on that, but I'm just going to tell you, if you can do it yourself, do it yourself. But I got to tell you something. I would have JP do them. They're amazing. The other thing I'm going to tell you, customers too far away. I'm going to give you a couple of things here. I'll put them on the site list. Maybe some of you can put this down for me. Campaign-mailer.com. I've had 4 people ask me about Campaign Mailer just today. What's the service you talk about that will mail books? All my books, all my brochures. I just started that this year, where it's all of them. Because at first I couldn't afford to have them all. All my local people, I took brochures to them. My faraway people, I've used Campaign Mailer. You do it any way you want to. But for a minimal fee of however many customers you have, you know how you go, oh, I just know that customer would have bought something if they had a brochure. I know I have an e-store, but they really like the brochure. But when I try to send the book out, it's like $2.37 because of the weight of the book. Not when you do it with Campaign Mailer. Campaign-mailer.com. Jean Fowler and her crew are remarkable. I have been dealing with them for years. I don't know how many years. I'm going to tell you, I believe in them so much that when I send my new packets out to my representatives, all of them, all 5 generations, that I tell them about Campaign Mailer, because if they've got an aunt, a sister, somebody who loves that brochure, like people love the Sears Wish Book, I want to make sure that they get that brochure in their hands. And this is the most economical way to do it. So please, 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 please don't take that excuse out to say, well, I couldn't get a brochure to them. Deliver to your local people. Man up, woman up, take responsibility, get the brochures in their hands, okay? But for the other people, mail them out. Mail them out so that they can do that. That is really, I think, all I have for you tonight. I think I've given you enough ideas, and this is what I want to do. The rest of the year, we're going to talk about ideas. We're going to talk about things that have made my business grow. We're going to talk about things that have brought people into my business as representatives. We're going to talk about what I'm doing now, what's working. We're going to talk, because now I'm back on this journey with you. I'm getting more customers. We're going to talk about how to come out of your shell and how to suffer through the I'm sweating, I'm this and that, I don't know what to do. We're going to talk about laughing at ourselves, okay? We're going to talk about saying, I used to do this and I used to stumble all over myself, but you know what? Now I'm better. I can do it better. That is what I want to do. Hey, JP, are you doing your thing tonight, baby? Can you tell? I don't know. I haven't talked to you. I know you've been getting ready for everything. Are you doing your show thing? I'm waiting for him to let me know here. Hold on, guys, before I jump off of here. He may have already jumped off. Does anybody know if JP's doing the beauty business experience with the demos tonight?
Let me call him.
You gonna call him, Lee? I don't know if he jumped off or not. He may have jumped off because I'm not seeing anything on here. If he is, I always say this, you need to jump on JP's beauty business experience. Yes, he is. Diane said yes, he is. Okay, cool. He posted he is right after you. You need to jump on there. And I get sometimes you can't jump on right after my call, but you need to go back and watch. He does us such a service by showing us live what products look like. And he's so honest. If he really thinks that something is not that great, he's going to tell you. And don't you feel like you need to know that? So you want, yeah, I just want to make sure that you understand that there's a few out there who are a very honest bunch. They really are. And we'll tell you, I don't like this, I don't like that, but we always find a way to get around it. But you know what I love what JP says? This is not something I'm real thrilled with, but there are people out there who are. Know your customers so you'll know who will like what. Cannot say it enough. This is a people business. And when you love your peoples and you get to know them, it can be an amazing journey. It can be a profitable business. It can raise your self-confidence because you're like, man, I didn't know it could be this good. I didn't know that if I just got out there and worked a little harder, that the business could be like this. And it can be. So think about what you can do. Can somebody put a link to JP's group? Because we have people saying, who is JP? Believe it or not, people don't know JP. There he is. JP put it up. I see it there now. So JP, thank you so much, baby. You need to go, ask to join, and he will pop you in the group, okay? Because you need to watch this. I love you guys. Thank you so much for sharing every other Friday night with Lee and I and making me feel like I could possibly have something that is beneficial enough to share with you guys, to share my journey, to share what I do. Maybe it's not secrets, but maybe we just all need to be reminded sometimes. Lee and I have always been on a path, but we are in such a renewed path to help all Avon representatives out there build their business and take all the excuses away. We are partnering with New Avon to say, if you're even thinking about walking away, do not be foolish, because what they are getting ready to bring us is phenomenal. And what they've already bought us is phenomenal. And the new pay plan that has kicked in, and Rep Fest that's coming, and Rascal Flats and the concert, and And the people out there like JP and Scola and Teresa Paul and Lisa freaking Wilbur, Linda Montavon, who's out there doing the live streams every Wednesday showing you product. I mean, let me just be clear. There are so many people who are out there. Emily Segrin out there with her online training, which I have taken and continue to try to take when I have time. There are many, many people out there who are getting this done. They leave you no excuses. When you walk away and quit, you just quit. You're just a quitter. You just quit one more thing in your life. You can never say it's because you don't have help. Your help may not be glued to your side, but your help is right here in front of you through YouTube, through live streams, through groups, through the fact of what corporate does for us, the whole 9 yards. Are you embracing it all, or are you waiting for somebody to run your business for you? Because if you are, that will never happen. That will never happen, and it will be epic failure. So keep joining us every 2 weeks where we're trying to live stream more during the week to help you out a little bit too. We're going to continue talking about customers and a little bit into the recruiting in 2 weeks with you to say, what do we talk to people about? How do we do this? So continue following us. We love you, and never forget, you know what I'm going to say, when the going gets tough, you need to think onward, no matter what. Don't forget to share the video, and hopefully you'll get your chance for the book and also for the hat. Okay? See you guys in 2 weeks. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you guys for the call. Thank you, everybody.